Weichert agent.
Third place on America's Got Talent. 23 years old, but man, he had a rough life. Struggled with addiction in his teens. He was homeless at 16, living in just different situations like bathroom floors, crashing at friends' homes. And then his grandfather got involved in his life and became a big part of his life. He had a near-fatal overdose at the age of 18. But here is this guy who was performing on Bourbon Street. He found TikTok and used TikTok as a video platform. Some of his stuff went viral, and he got on America's Got Talent and finished third. And Jourdan Blue is in our studio. Jourdan, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, pull the mic up a little bit there.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for being with us. You had a really rough life. What kept you going through those times?
Honestly, just a mixture of things from, keeping a relationship with God, and also just music itself definitely helped me get through all of that. So it's definitely been a long ride, but everybody's got their fair share of stuff that they go through.
So because of what you'd gone through, Jourdan, when you were singing on Bourbon Street, things were good. That was better than things were. But I mean, singing on Bourbon Street's not that great, but that was an improvement in your life.
It was definitely an improvement for sure. From going to make $7 an hour working at a Chick-fil-A or something to now at least being able to be my own boss. And, there were definitely times whenever I'd go out there and people would steal my bucket or pour a drink in my bucket of money that I've been spending 4, 5, 6 hours at a time to work for. But then there are other days whenever somebody will just post a video of me singing, and next thing you know, now we've got 10 million views on TikTok or something. And it's life-changing. What
is it about your singing and performing that is so compelling?
Well, I mean, that's hard for me to answer. But if I had to, put an answer to it, I would say that there's two types of singing as far as I'm concerned. There's two types of music. There's music that sounds good to your ears, and there's music that feels good to your soul. And my goal is to achieve both of those. But the most important part of it is the feeling of it. Music is healing, and I think that I have the power to heal those through my music, and it heals me at the same time.
Well, let's hear a sample of you singing. This is the song "My Love," and this is an original, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Ian, let's hear a sample of "My Love." This is Jourdan Blue.
All my life has been blessed with my hand on your chest, and I could feel your heart beating. You won't outgrow my love, just as long as I'm with you, I'll say you won't outgrow.
When I hear this, Jourdan, I think of Blue-Eyed Soul. I mean, I could close my eyes and think that you're a black singer. I mean, there's a lot of soul here, and you do have bluish eyes. And this is kind of like a Hall & Oates Blue-Eyed Soul thing. It's very good. Talk about your experience on America's Got Talent.
Well, so first of all, let me just say that song is actually about my son, who I recently had. He's about almost a year and a half now. And so he's a huge inspiration. And that's actually kind of what led me to America's Got Talent. I was fine singing on the street. I made okay money, at least enough to survive and pay my bills and get some food on the table.
You really made enough money singing on the street to pay bills?
Yes and no. There are days I'll go out there, I'll sing for 4 or 5 hours, and I'll make $100. And then there's other times I'll go out there and I'll make enough to cover myself for the week. But it fluctuates. There's no guarantee there, Right. But at the time, it was better than what I had before. It was still a level up. And so I was okay, but I was never comfortable. And when I had my son, Jax, it just really gave me a kick in the butt that I needed to start making it. You know what I mean? I was like, I have to elevate even more. And what's a better elevation, a better step up than America's Got Talent?
Is your son's mom in your life?
Yeah. Okay. We live together. We are still together, and we take care of him together. Yeah.
Yeah. So when she got pregnant, you were obviously in a not a good situation. There was no thought about not having this baby.
Truthfully, there was a lot of back and forth whether we were just going to put him up for adoption or not. And at the end of the decision, we were just like, look, like God wouldn't have put this baby in our life if it wasn't meant for us. It might seem really scary and I might have no idea what I want to do here. But you never really are. You're never prepared, So I'm learning as I go, and it's truly been the biggest blessing of my life.
You've mentioned God twice since you have been on the show here. Talk about your relationship with God, and how did that start?
Well, I mean, I grew up, my mom kind of encouraged me to sing in church. My mom and dad would both bring me to church whenever I was growing up. And then around that rocky time of my life, 16, 17, I kind of fell away, or more I pushed him away and kind of started doing things on my own. That's when things got pretty bad for me. But the recovery process and that night when I had that overdose and the dare I say, friends that I had with me, kind of just left me there because they were scared of getting in trouble. They're like, who am I going to call? You know what I mean? So they kind of just left me there. And I think waking up the next morning was a miracle in itself. And the fact, like that's all that it took for me to stop cold turkey. I literally prayed, like, God, please take these urges from me. Help me get back on my feet, and I will turn my life around and praise your name. And that's exactly what has happened ever since. So, it's never a perfect relationship. It's a give and a take. But I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be doing the things that I'm doing without him.
That's a powerful story.
Yeah.
It's a powerful story. So going from singing on Bourbon Street to getting attention to where you get on America's Got Talent, I mean, that was a big jump.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think in a way, though, singing on Bourbon Street helped prepare me more than I ever could have been prepared for something like that. I mean, it is a huge jump. But on Bourbon Street, I'm fighting for the attention. People aren't there to hear me sing. They're there to have a good time. You know what I mean? But I'm fighting for their attention. At America's Got Talent, people were there already tuned in and willing and ready to listen to me. And that was it makes me really emotional to think about. Like, people being there wanting to hear me and what I have to say and me perform, is a lot. So fighting for that attention definitely gave me the upper hand to be able to hold it when I do have it.
What has happened as a result of you being on America's Got Talent?
Oh, man, so much. First of all, my main thing that I do is I go live on TikTok. Every single night, I'm live on TikTok, probably around 7 p.m. Central. And I do free concerts. I sing, I entertain, I laugh, I joke. And that's how I make my money. So first of all, it is absolutely boosted so much my socials. And I have a large audience every single night whenever I go live. Nothing compared to your audience, but we're getting there, one day. I have a lot of, labels and things like that reaching out. Right now, I'm trying to figure out really what I want to do.
Wow, that's really impressive. I mean, that's really impressive.
And then, of course, I'm here with you. So that's
I know how tough. Look, I know how tough this business is, and I've been in this business a long time, so I know how difficult it is to get a break and to get started. And if you have record companies coming to you, that's really impressive.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I want to take a break here, and when we go to break, let's do another song from Jourdan Blue. I'm Scoot, and I'm glad you're with us. It's a Free for All Friday. Jourdan Blue really went through a really tough time. He's from New Orleans. He was a third-place finisher on America's Got Talent. He went from singing on Bourbon Street to raising money, getting money to raise his son and to take care of his girlfriend, and he went from that to being on America's Got Talent, and it's really impressive. And he's got TikTok concerts every night, so we'll talk more about that. But here's a song called Chasin', and it's another original from Jourdan Blue.
But I'm feeling I'm running out of time, 'cause I've been chasing the very thing that I've been running from all along, spinning around in circles in my mind.
So tell me what Chasin' is about.
So this is my first time really being vulnerable when it comes to writing music. This is my first original out, and it's about how I'm chasing this dream of being at peace, being happy, right? And I feel like that's going to come from gracing bigger stages, performing for more people, touring the world, and just making it as a rock star, right? And then I realized that what I'm leaving behind is my girl and my son at home in order to chase these dreams, and truly that's the only thing that's going to give me that peace and that happiness that I'm searching for. So that's where that chorus comes. I'm chasing the very thing that I'm running from all along,
I want to recommend a song for you.
Yeah, please.
Sympathy by the Goo Goo Dolls.
Okay.
And Johnny Resnick is a really great songwriter. And I asked him once in an interview, what song are you going to do in concert tonight? I was talking to him the night of the show. I said, what song are you going to do that most reflects who you are? And he said, Sympathy. And it sounds like it's the same kind of theme that we choose our lives, and sometimes what we choose is not always, what we really need. Anyway, it's a great song. I would suggest that you just listen to that. Awesome. But this is really impressive. Chase it. All right, we're going to come back with Jourdan Blue. I'm Scoot. It's a Free for All Friday, and this is WWL.
At Advent, we help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine. We know when we get the nose and throat working properly, most snoring and sleep apnea problems will subside. Our unique Advent approach using simple, ultra-effective in-office solutions can do just that. And that's why people have traveled by planes, trains, and automobiles from corners of the world you would never think of to find the sleep apnea and snoring relief you won't find elsewhere.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment.
AdventKnows.com.
Most insurance accepted.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on moneyline, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Tennessee. TNC Supply. In app only.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
In too many cities, dangerous illegals walk free as police are forced to stand down. Join ICE and help us catch the worst of the worst with bonuses up to $50,000 and generous benefits. Apply now. Join.ice.gov.
Hey friends, I'm Sharon McMahon, host of Here's Where It Gets Interesting. Each week I speak with authors, experts, and thought leaders on everything from American history and democracy to how to be a better person on the internet. And don't miss my extremely popular docuseries, which educate you on things you never learned in history class. Follow and listen to Here's Where It Gets Interesting on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Too many people are leaving New Orleans because our city doesn't work for them. But I'm ready to bring them home and keep you here. Enough of the same old ways. We do not have to settle for this. It's time for change. I have the experience and vision to make sure we have a city that works for everyone. I'll deliver Super Bowl level services and make it easier and more affordable to live in New Orleans. I'm excited to take us in a new direction so we can get our house in order and you can always call New Orleans home.
Paid for by Helena Moreno for our future.
This holiday season, make your celebration unforgettable at Vaca Steakhouse. Whether it's an intimate dinner for 10 or a grand holiday party for 100, Vaca offers a sophisticated, welcoming setting and a team dedicated to every detail. Customize your menu, reserve a private room, or even book the entire restaurant for your group. From corporate events to festive gatherings, Vaca Steakhouse makes every occasion exceptional. Reserve your holiday party today at Vaca Steakhouse.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog with a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Most insurance is accepted for these effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on moneyline, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Tennessee. TNC Supply. In-app only.
College holds a mythic place in American culture. On the new Campus Files podcast, we uncover the scandals you won't hear on the campus tours. Find Campus Files on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super-sized laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times the Febreze freshness versus Gain Original Liquid.
Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings for next level laundry.
WWL. People you trust like Scoot on the air. Connect now on the Oakland Heart Jewelers talk and text line 504-260-1870.
What a beautiful day.
Yeah, it is a beautiful day. Free for all Friday. Weekend is here. A lot of good football this weekend. Good football on last night. I'm Scoot on the air. Glad you are with us. Jourdan Blue is from New Orleans, 23 years old, and he finished third on America's Got Talent. He's in the studio with me, and the guy's just got a great story and one hell of a voice. And I describe his music as blue-eyed soul. So we're going to hear more of that going into the next break. Jourdan, let me share a couple of texts with you. Here's one that says, we followed Jourdan Blue's appearance on America's Got Talent. He's great. You can feel what he sings. We're so happy for him. Another one says, Jourdan is real talent, Scoot, a favorite of the America's Got Talent audience. Plus, there's lots of room for blue-eyed soul, like Sam Smith, and it goes on to list a few more. Here's another one that asked the question, do you have any fast songs, or is everything a ballad?
So I actually have a song releasing this month, which the first time I'm actually going to be releasing the date is right now. It'll be released on October 30th, and it's a song called Keep Me Up. It is an up-tempo, groovy, funky, kind of an upbeat Teddy Swims or Bruno Mars kind of vibe. It's the best way I can put it, but it's definitely got that Jourdan Blue essence.
So as a white guy, where do you get your soul?
I think New Orleans. The streets of New Orleans gave it to me. They raised me, you know?
Yeah, because, I mean, I hear it. As soon as I heard that song, I'm thinking, man, this sounds like really good new R&B. And again, I describe it as blue-eyed soul, and I've always been a big fan of Hall & Oates, and, you know, they were part of that genre. So when you came in third on America's Got Talent, you knew you were getting a lot of publicity. Mm-hmm. So you couldn't have been that disappointed that you didn't win, because a lot of times the winners of these shows, American Idol the winners go nowhere. They don't necessarily go anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have said that, and I've noticed that to some degree as well. I think at the end of the day, whether you make it all the way to the end or even just the first audition, either way, it's all about how you capitalize on it and what you do with it yourself. You know, a lot of people think, okay, I'm going to work my butt off all the way until I can finally get on America's Got Talent, and then that's it. Everything else will happen for me. And that's just not how it goes. It's all about the work that you do afterwards.
I think the other thing is that people don't want to be told who is the next big thing.
Yeah.
They want to discover the next big thing. And even though there have been those on American Idol who have gone on to great success, Kelly Clarkson, Carrie Underwood, a few others. But, I mean, then there's a lot of guys like Taylor Hicks who won, and, man, he went up and down. He went nowhere in a hurry because he didn't have that intangible element. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's like a music school can teach you how to play music, but they can't necessarily teach you how to make a hit record.
For sure.
If they knew how to make a hit record, they wouldn't be teaching.
Yeah, and just like a vocal coach can teach you how to hit the notes, but they can't teach you soul. You know?
That's right. No, that's right. I'll tell you, you've got it. So where are you recording this music? I mean, the recordings sound excellent. You're not still on Bourbon Street?
No, so I have I live out here in New Orleans, But I work with a bunch of different people. That's the blessing about being independent. You know what I mean? I have people who kind of help me on this journey, but I'm working with a lot of different producers and mixing engineers and things like that. And I just have a certain level of expectation that I'm not going to walk out the studio unless I'm getting, so anywhere that I go, it's going to be that sound.
So you're making money on TikTok?
That is my main gig, yes. Every night, 7 p.m. Roughly is when I go on. They like to say that I'm on Jourdan time, so sometimes it's a little give or take. But
okay. So are you doing some cover things?
Yeah, so I do a lot of covers. I'll sing song requests and things like that, but it's also... it's gone from just being the karaoke guy to now being Jourdan Blue. I kind of get to do whatever I want to do, whether I just want to, have a drink and grill in the backyard, or whether I want to play with my son, or whether I want to, just crack some jokes and entertain co-hosting with other TikTok creators. There's a whole world in TikTok. People aren't going home to watch the Young and the Restless anymore. They're going to watch TikTok on live.
It's true. So tell me and everybody how they can find you on TikTok.
So it's just Jourdan Blue on all platforms. JOURDAN Blue, just like the color. And yeah, you can follow me on TikTok. It's the only verified Jourdan Blue. You'll have like 300 fake accounts, but it's the main one, the one with the blue check. So. You can find me there, and of course Jourdan Blue on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, and I'll have another song dropping every single month, one song every month.
So at what point are you going to decide to go with one of these record companies?
I mean, everything's just got to align for me. I'm definitely not going to be closed-minded. I definitely want to have those conversations and talk with the people, but at the end of the day, if what they're going to offer me is money to do what I want to do, my TikTok community offers that for me, and it gives me the freedom to be able to do it on my own terms and not be put in a box, So I'll definitely have those conversations and see what people are going to offer. But right now, I kind of like where I'm at.
Well, I admire that in you, and I've known too many people who do what you do, and they were willing to, commit weird acts against nature to get where they wanted to go. And you're not that. You're doing what you want to do, and you're willing to hold off on the money to do it your way, and I think that's very admirable. Let me take a moment to describe you to the audience. Jourdan is a really good-looking young guy, blue eyes, a slight olive complexion, maybe. I mean, you're a white guy, but you're not as white as me. Long, dark hair to, say, maybe the mid-back. Yeah. Mid-back, very long, straight, Jesus-like hair, and a little bit of facial hair. He's wearing a dark green shirt that looks a little bit distressed, and a T-shirt underneath. I'll do a picture with Jourdan. I'll post it on Scoot on the Air Facebook and Instagram when we get a break after this is after the interview. And I know he's going to post some pictures as well, but. Look, I'm really impressed with you, and what do you think the next step is? You're just going to do what you need to do now, and you're going to know when that next door opens? So,
I mean, yeah, I kind of just like to live in the moment. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm booking shows. I'm live at the Mandeville Trailhead on October 17th. The day after, I'll be doing the Washington Parish Fair, which I've learned is the biggest free fair in the country. I did not know that. But that'll be really cool. I'm main stage. That's in Franklinton at 4 p.m. And yeah, I just want to keep working on as much music as I can. But one of the biggest things that I'm really excited about coming up soon is that for the finale of AGT, I got to perform with The Script, who's a singer of Break Even, the song that I got the Golden Buzzer for. And he surprised me by saying that he wants me to go on tour with him in 2026.
That's incredible. I mean, I was going through a really devastating breakup of 16 years when that song was released. Wow. And that song so spoke to me because I got time and she got freedom, and it was the exact storyline of the song, and it was hard to listen to it, but it was nice to know that somebody else maybe had experienced what I had experienced. So, as a songwriter, do you write for you or do you write for the audience?
So I always write for me, but my level of expectation is going to have that mainstream feel to it. like a large variety of music. You know what I mean? I'm not just stuck to one genre when I listen. I listen to all types of stuff, but it's all things that have that mainstream feel to it, something that's easily digestible, right? Which is not the easiest thing whenever you're focused on containing that soul and having that real aspect of it, because a lot of pop songs and things are just things that sound good but don't feel good. Yeah. So it's me trying to blend that, you know.
I want to give you this advice. It's advice that I have given myself and I follow, and not everybody understands it. I think you will. Every one of us has a voice inside, and I think you already know this. I can tell you already know this. But we all have a voice inside. Mm-hmm. Everybody has that voice. Nobody else can hear it. Only they can hear the voice. Yeah. Not everybody has the courage to follow that voice that they hear, because often that voice will tell you to do things that are going to bring criticism, backlash, because they will tell you, that voice will tell you to do things sometimes that maybe the people around you or maybe society thinks are a little bit abnormal. Mm-hmm. But I think you have to, as long as you're not hurting anybody, I think you really have to follow that voice, and I think you have figured that out.
Yeah, I mean, if you spend your life trying to please everybody, you're never going to get anywhere.
Well, you can't. In fact, I realize, because, look, there are people who disagree with me and don't like me, and I'm really okay with that, because if everybody liked me, I wouldn't really be doing a good job. Mm-hmm. But I remember in the mid-'80s, because when I was doing music radio, I mean, there were still people that, Scoot sucks, so there were still people that didn't like me. And I realized that as big as Michael Jackson and Bruce Springsteen were, at that time, I thought not everybody likes them.
Yep.
So you don't have to get everybody to like you in order to be really successful in life.
Absolutely.
And so you have to be content with some people not liking you in order to do the things that you need to do to be successful.
Absolutely. Well, and something that's so difficult as a songwriter as well is that, well, at some point you're going to perform that song, right?
That's right.
As a songwriter, you need to be relatable. You need to be, just the average person and feel the same things that everybody does. But whenever you're on that stage, you need to leave all that behind. You need to be the most confident person that people are looking up at. And it's hard to be both of those people.
Jourdan, also people know, especially today, people understand sincerity and authenticity.
Absolutely.
They can tell if you know what you're singing about. And I hear it from you and the little that I've heard. And we're going to go to break now with a little bit more of my love. And I really appreciate you coming in. I want you to stay in touch with us.
Absolutely.
And I want you to text me. I'll give you my number. Text me and let me know when you're doing something, and I'll talk about it on the show.
Thank you.
So people can, Washington. I mean, if I talk about the Washington Parish Fair now, some people are going to forget, but I'll talk about it right before. And then October 17th, you're going to be at Mandeville Trailhead. Mm-hmm. So I'll talk about that before. So stay in touch with me. I'd like to do what I can to help bring attention to you, because I think you've got a lot of talent.
Thank you so much.
All right. So I'm also impressed with you as a person. I'm impressed with your relationship with God, your relationship with your son, which I can relate to, and the fact that you guys are a family. I respect all of that, and I hope you never lose that. I don't think you will.
Thank you.
All right, this is Jourdan Blue, finished third on America's Got Talent, but man, he's going to be number one on a lot of lists. And this is a little bit more of my love, and it's an original, and I really think this just screams Blue-Eyed Soul. Jourdan, also, I need to make sure that you meet Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser, because he does a lot to promote local talent in the state.
Amazing.
And I'll make sure that he knows about you.
Thank you. Yeah, I really want to do a show at the Fillmore soon. Okay. I haven't planned anything yet, but hopefully beginning of 2026, I'll be selling it out.
And you're going to be opening for The Script.
Yes.
That's amazing. Jourdan, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right. I'm Scoot. It's Free for All Friday, and we'll be right back on WWL.
At Advent, we help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine. We know when we get the nose and throat working properly, most snoring and sleep apnea problems will subside.